Good evening, everybody. Shalom from Israel. Greetings from Jerusalem. Jane, I just sat down after finishing putting away my fruit and vegetable. I took the bus to one of the big supermarkets here because we are going to a full lockdown on Friday. What am I talking about? Maybe you're thinking, what are you talking about? I thought Israel was in a lockdown. Well, we are, but people are still allowed to leave their house going 1 kilometer. Schools are open, many shops are open. So when I move around downtown Jerusalem, you really wouldn't think we were in a lockdown. Unfortunately, this morning we passed 8,000 new COVID cases within the last 24 hours, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. So the government are meeting today, and it is expected to be approved that we are going into a full lockdown this Friday. So I was like, well, my refrigerator is empty. I need to go and get some food. So I went now. So I just finished putting it in my refrigerator. So when this new lockdown is being approved, it means that again, we have to stay home. You are only allowed to leave your house to go see a doctor, to go get the vaccine. Schools are going to be closed. And you have to stay home. And if you want to go and demonstrate, that is still allowed. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, but that is still allowed. So that's going to take place for 10 days until January 17, because they need to get this number down. 8,000 is absolutely crazy. And of course, this is taking place while Israel is the nation in the world who is having most people taking the shot for the COVID. 1.2 million Israelis up until now have received the vaccine. The goal is 2 million by the end of this month. Yep, Israel is leading in this. Why are you asking? Well, Israel paid the big bucks. Israel paid a lot of money to get the vaccination coming to this nation. In the midst of all of this, we had another attempted terrorist attack today in the Gush Etzion Junction, which is about 30 minutes outside Jerusalem. This is a very, very busy place where we have had numerous terrorist attacks in the past. So there's always a lot of security. There's a lot of soldiers standing guard. So an Arab terrorist approached them today with a huge axe, trying to butcher the soldiers out there. Thank goodness they were alert, they were awake, and they managed to take out this despicable terrorist before he managed to hurt anyone. The Palestinian Authority are paying somewhere between $300 and $500 million every year to terrorists who are trying to murder the Jewish people or who are murdering the Jewish people. Absolutely sick beyond words. Did you know they could buy 8 million COVID-19 vaccines for that amount of money? But it's more important for them to pay people who try to murder the Jewish people. Within more than 15 years, the Palestinians haven't had any election. Abu Mazen, terrorist in a suit, is still the leader of Fatah, which is supposed to be Israel peace partners. On the contrary, the Jewish state has democracy. So Israel is heading for the 4th election in 2 years. Yeah, you heard me right. Israel is once again heading for election. It's a little bit of a mess in politics down here. Israel made a unity government between the Likud and Blue and White going back in the month of March with Benny Gantz, but that has been nothing but not united, and eventually that fell apart. The Blue and White party is also completely falling apart. The people in that party are jumping ship. It looks like if there was election today, the Blue and White wouldn't even make it into Knesset. Many people are joining another party. New parties are coming. So it is never ever a boring moment when it comes to politics here in Israel. My prayer always is for the Jewish homelands. God, whoever you have chosen for this time to be in charge of the Holy Land, let your will be done. Let the man or woman that you have chosen for this time be elected. So there is a lot to pray about. At the same time, Israel is on high alert regarding Iran, who is still enriching uranium, who we know has made they are not trying to hide. They want to wipe out the Jewish nation. And with all of their proxies, with Hezbollah, with Hamas, saying, we are ready to attack Israel the minute we have been told go. So on the northern border, Israel is on high alert, watching what's going on in Iran. And of course, Benjamin Netanyahu has said numerous times, as late as yesterday, that we will not allow Iran to make a nuclear weapon, a nuclear bomb. So everything is on a high alert, America especially, and Israel is paying very much attention to what's going on. So please, for all of you amazing people around the world who stand with Israel, pray for the security, pray for the IDF, that they are alert, always aware of what's going on. Pray for the government who is still in charge here, that they will make the right decision when it comes to the nation, the safety of the Jewish people. We miss all of you wonderful people here in Israel. Hopefully maybe later this year, Israel once again will open the borders and welcome tourists back to this nation. Have a wonderful evening wherever you are around the world. Thank you for standing in the gap for Israel for such a time as this. Bye-bye.